Welcome to our channel Concept Builders by Neeraj Putadra. Do subscribe to our channel for latest videos. Hello friends, today I shall be recording a video on concept of NPV and one specific case study regarding the same. Lot of students and members have faced a problem in solving this particular case studies. It is one of the very well-renowned case studies which is coming nowadays in examination. So let's first try to understand the concept of NPV. Then we will try to solve this particular case studies with goal seek. So let's start the session. So basically NPV का मतलब क्या होता है? Net present value is the difference between present value of cash inflows and present value of cash outflows over a period of time. NPV is used in capital budgeting and investment planning to analyze the profitability of a projected investment portfolio. So अब यहाँ पे देखते हैं what do you understand by this? So what is NPV? NPV is basically the difference between present value of your cash inflow minus present value of cash outflow. If this particular difference is greater than 0, then what you do, you accept the project. If it is less than 0, then you reject the project, and if it is exactly equal to 0, then it is completely your choice to accept or reject. But in most of the books and online you will find the choice what they have chosen is you should accept this particular project. You should not reject it, you should accept the project. So now let's try to understand how does this NPV function. So we all know that how present value is calculated. Present value is equals to future value of a project divided by 1 plus r to the power n. So there is a separate video regarding time value of money. You guys can refer to that video and try to understand the exact concept of time value of money. But basic formula for calculating present value is this. So in case of NPV, say for example, if I say that your project, your minimum expectation out of project is 10%. So what is this 10%? This 10% is my R which I use in the formula of this. This R, what is this? This rate of return is nothing but what is my expectation out of the project. So if I say your minimum return expectation is 10%, so can I say that at the rate 10%, your NPV should be equals to 0, or I can say that your present value of inflow minus present value of outflow should be exactly equal to 0 if your project is yielding 10% exactly. If it is yielding more than 10%, what will be your answer? Present value of inflow minus present value of outflow shall be greater than 0, and in that case, irrespective of anything, you would be accepting the project. So hopefully by this discussion, the concept of NPV is clear to all of you. Now let's try to understand what this particular case study is and why we need to use goal seek and what is the concept of NPV in relation to this case studies. So first let's try to understand each and every attribute of the sum and then start it. The sum says a project needs to be started and following are the details. Fixed asset for 60,000 rupees and recovery 10,000 rupees. Okay, and the period for this entire project is 5 years. So I can say that my depreciation shall be equals to 60,000 minus 10,000 divided by period. So that is equals to 10,000 per year is my depreciation. Then additional details that has been given to me is sales in unit 2000, sales price is 30 rupees, variable cost is 10 rupees, fixed cost is 10,000 rupees, tax rate is 40%, time value of money 14% has been given to me. So that is my expectation of investor. Then they have told me that depreciation is to be calculated on straight line basis. That is what we did here. Life of the project is 5 years. Okay. First question they've asked me, calculate the NPV. So what we understood right now in the previous slide, that NPV is equals to present value of inflow minus present value of outflow. So let's try to solve this particular sum. We will use Microsoft Excel right now. You guys can use OpenOffice to calculate this particular thing. So what is the most important thing whenever you are doing a sum where there is a need of goal seek is that you will have to use everything linking to each other. You will not key in the numbers directly, you will link everything. So I am first writing here all the details. Sales quantity that has been given to me is 2000. Sales price that has been given to me is rupees 30. Variable cost that has been given to me is rupees 10. And fixed cost that has been given to me, it is rupees 10,000. Okay. So I will, and other things what are given to me is that I am buying a fixed asset at the start of the year at rupees 60,000. Okay. And I am buying working capital ka requirement, which is 20,000. And at the end of 5 years, I will get 10,000 rupees from this particular project fixed asset, and I will get 20,000 rupees back from my working capital. That has been given to me as recovery. So if you will see here, it has been told that working capital 20,000, recovery amount is 10,000, fixed assets at 60,000, recovery amount is 10,000. Okay. So now let's tabulate everything and create the database. So I am putting year here, year 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 because it is for 5 years life. What is my outflow? In my first year, my outflow that has been given to me is FA and my working capital that has been given to me as an outflow. So this is nothing but it is outflow, so I can write it in negative, minus 60,000 and minus 20,000. Then what are my inflows going to be like? Inflow first year, say it will start sales. It has been given to me, sales has been given to me 20,000, 2,000 unit into the sale price of rupees 30. Okay, we all know that variable cost is always calculated basis the quantity to be sold. So I will put this in minus 2000 multiplied by 10 is the variable cost. And my fixed cost has also been given to me, that is rupees 10,000. So I can write here as my cash profit, that whatever I am earning in cash, I am just mentioning it. You guys can use different terminologies, different people uses different terminologies. I am using it as cash profit is 30,000 rupees. On this, I will have to pay tax to the government. So what has been the tax rate given to me in the sum? Tax rate has been given to me at 40%. Tax at the rate 40%. So this multiplied by 40%, I'll put it in minus. So my cash profit after tax is 18,000. And one thing what you all would have noted that we have a depreciation that we calculated. Depreciation we calculated, it was 60,000 minus 10,000. This entire thing divided by 5 because it's a straight line basis. So on this depreciation also logically I will get an income tax benefit. So I will take benefit of depreciation. Benefit of depreciation. How much will be the benefit? It will be depreciation amount multiplied by the tax percentage, whatever I have. So my total cash profit, it will become this 18,000 plus 4,000. Hopefully it is clear till here. So there is no change in the quantity or the fixed cost or variable cost or the sales price. So what I can do, I can just equal to, and I can put equal to in the other 5 years because there is no change given to me in the particular sum. Okay, wherever there are formulas, I am copy pasting everything. So once you have done it, your table will be ready. Like this, your table will be ready. So 22,000 is your inflow every year. Then one more inflow that you have is at the end of 5th year, you will get back your money that you had invested for your fixed asset and your working capital. So for fixed asset, you are going to get back 10,000 rupees, and for working capital, you are going to get back 20,000 rupees. Okay, so I will create a column as total cash flow. So for first 0 year, my cash flow is negative 80,000. For first year, it is 22,000. Second, third, and fourth year also it is 22,000. Fifth year, it is 22,000 plus 10,000 plus 20,000. So these are my cash flows. Now, what was my formula? My formula, what we learned here was present value of inflow minus present value of outflow. So let's calculate the present value. For that, we have been given a PV factor of 14%. So PV factor at the rate 14% I will put here. So it will be 1 divided by 1 plus 14% raised to the power of the period. So this is the present value factor. Present value multiplied by the cash flow I will put here. So cash flows multiplied by present value. This is my total. So now I will create two more columns here. Present value of inflow and present value of outflow. So here you can put a sum formula and you can say your present value of inflow is this much and the present value of outflow is this much. Okay, so we learned that whatever is the difference between present value of inflow and outflow, that is the NPV. So this becomes your NPV. 11,008 rupees becomes your NPV. Okay, so my first question ka answer is A. 11,009 rupees is here. Now, what is the second question they've asked? Second question they've asked, how much minimum quantity needs to be sold if you want to generate 14% return exactly. So, if I want to generate 14% return only, if I want to generate exactly 14% return, in that case, what should be my quantity? Quantity has not been given to me. But while starting, I discussed that if I want to earn exactly the investor expectation, then my present value of inflow minus present value of outflow shall be equals to 0. So now if I want to solve this particular thing, I will be using a concept of goal seek in Microsoft Excel and I would be solving it. So what I am doing is, for the sake of simplicity, I am just creating one more additional sheet so that whenever I share this file with you, you have both the working. So this is the question number 1 working. This is I am doing now question number 2 working. I am not changing anything in my this base data. In this base data, I am not making any changes. Now I will show you how to use GoalSeek. So basically what we want to do right now is we want to make the present value of cash inflow minus present value of outflow is equals to 0. That is what we have to do is we have to make this 11,009 as 0. So we will go to data, we will go to what if analysis and goal seek. So please focus on it. Once you will learn it, it will be very clear to you. So I want to set cell, this yellow colored cell, what is here, cell number D28. I want to make the value of this cell as 0 by changing what? So in question they've asked me what is the minimum quantity required. So I can change only one figure, that is the quantity. So I will click and I will link the cell of the quantity here and I will press OK. So you will see it automatically calculates the answer as 1730. I am just highlighting it again in yellow, 1730, and you come here to this cell which is D28, that is also now becoming 0. I am changing the color for it as blue. So you can see that blue cell is now 0, that is NPV of matlab present value of inflow minus present value of outflow is 0 when the quantity sold is 1730.348. Okay, so my second answer is 1731 quantities I need to sell. The third question that has been asked to me, how much units you need to sell to generate a 14% return but sale price per unit is reduced to 15. Okay, so now they have given me one more question, so I will just duplicate this sheet and I will put it as question number 3. In this, they have told me keeping everything same, the sale price only changes to 15 rupees. So, minute I change my sale price to 15 rupees, you will see that NPV has changed automatically. So, now again at 14%, I have to make this NPV 0 to find out the quantity. So, what I will do, I will go to data, I will go to what if analysis, goal seek, set cell value D28 as 0 by changing the value of quantity. I have already changed the sales price. You can see here it is already 15 rupees. And I press OK. So it automatically calculates the answer to be 6921. I am marking it in blue right now. So 6921 is the quantity. If you sell 6921 quantity at the rate of rupees 15, then your NPV, that is present value of inflow and present value of outflow, shall be equals to 0, which you can see in cell D28 at yellow colored. So my answer for the third question is 6921. So hopefully you have understood this concept of NPV and how to use GoalSeek in Excel. I will be sharing this particular sum plus the Excel working also with you. Thanks everyone. Please do like, share and subscribe this channel, and also share it with all your registered valuer friends who are pursuing this course so that it can benefit them as well. Thank you.